Hi beautiful souls, welcome to the channel, Beautiful Awakening with Shantia. Welcome to another pick a card reading with me. So in today's pick a card reading, we're going to do something fun. We are looking into what's the tea on you. So I pulled some crystals, pre-selected some crystals. I'll be scrying and then I'll be pulling some cards. So I don't know, whatever juicy tea, I guess you could call it spiritual tea, source has for you, divine, your guides have for you. That is what we are divulging today in this reading. If you haven't already, go ahead and check out any of the videos on my other channel. I'm working on the moon series right now. For those of you who've heard it a million times. Please go ahead and check it out if you're interested. I am working on moon in Gemini and I will be uploading that sometime next. Okay, let's go ahead and introduce the groups and do your meditation. Welcome to your reading. So I need some tea because I've been having a little bit of throat stuff lately. I'm drinking some honey lavender right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and share this message to the collective. I also have some tea messages. So usually when I get these yogi teas, they come with very cute messages attached to them, and I try to collect them. Whether I'm drinking it or a friend of mine's drinking, I try to snatch it up. So let me go ahead and reveal to the collective what our message is for the tea today. It says here, the heart sees deeper than the eye. So maybe think about what that message means to you. The heart sees deeper than the eye. So please also grab your own cup of tea if you want to. Pause this, go grab you some tea and then come back. Let me go ahead and introduce the crystals to you. So for group number 1, you have the rose quartz. For group number 2, you have this teeny bitty aura quartz. And for group number 3, you have the clear quartz. So we're working with quartz today. Let's go ahead and start in meditation. Here is the singing bow. All right, group number 1, if you chose the rose quartz, we're gonna go ahead and start with you. Hey, group number 1, welcome to your reading. So let me just go ahead and see what I'm picking up. So what's the tea on you? And then we'll go ahead and reveal a tea message shortly. What is the tea on group number 1? Yeah, the first thing I'm getting immediately, this is my power quartz energy, which is funny because I don't know that that's what I saw the first time I scryed. I saw more like independence and fierce like feminine energy, but what I'm seeing for you, group number 1, is I'm seeing someone who's very connected, and this is encouragement from your guides or from source or from divine, just confirming to you that you are very connected, and they want you, they're proud of you. They're cheering you on. They're supporting you in your journey. You are doing a lot of work. You're working on yourself. And this is huge because a lot of people just run away from themselves. They run away from the work that they're being called to do. And I'm seeing someone who's working to build a lot of strength. Let me just have another sip of that tea. But I'm seeing someone very plugged in, very connected, and who's watching, who's listening. Yeah, strong message around antenna. So this could be any of the air signs, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, and yeah, Vishaka, which is in Libra, is what I'm getting as well, or Ardra, which is in Gemini. Someone who's very connected. So if you had any doubt before, if you were connected or if you weren't sure, the thing is you're receiving the messages and you receive them pretty accurately and you interpret them quite accurately. I'm seeing someone with big antennas, and I think you've put a lot of work into developing this muscle within yourself. Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and just pull some cards for you guys first before I pull your tea message. Just because I feel like it. These are very encouraging and uplifting messages, so I think maybe it's more appropriate to pull it at the end of the reading. Okay. We have the Fool card. I love that. We have 3 of Wands. And we have, okay, I'm gonna have to go get a cough drop. For sure. We have the Hangman and we have 10 of Swords. Okay, I'm gonna be talking with a cough drop in my mouth. Okay, so let me see what I'm channeling here. Oop. Apologize. Okay. I think the main message I'm getting right now is encouragement to embrace the unknown. There's something you're coming out of, and there's an adventure, there's a chapter, a new chapter in your life you're stepping into, a newer experience, a different kind of experience. We can connect this to higher levels of consciousness, perhaps. With this Hangman here, it's saying there's less you need to do to try to make this work or make this happen. It's happening very organically. It's a natural unfolding. And you are being pulled into it. A lot of this has to do with the fact that you're making a knowing sacrifice. So this has to do with your knowledge, your insight. They're encouraging you to see it from a higher perspective because you might be going through it's just something very challenging in your life that's very new to you. You know, it calls for you to hold on to your faith, your optimism, to see a higher perspective, which means that from the bottom perspective, it doesn't look the best. It doesn't look ideal. And it doesn't look ideal according to your programmed approach to life. However you were programmed to see that life was, this freedom that you're on the way to obtaining, it requires a totally different perspective. It requires you to see things upside down, because the world is upside down. It's inverted. Trust where you're going. The work that you've done so far has brought you to where you're at. And you have enough insight, knowledge, and awareness to understand that what you're going through right now is deeply spiritual and transformative. And you know what comes with the territory is trusting. They want you to find more peace in the experience, though. You know, with this 10 of Swords, with this escape, you're coming out of something that was very limited, but it requires you to move backwards. You know, in the world that we're programmed, we're taught that we have to make things happen. And I will tell you, as someone who tried to make things happen like 10 years ago and learned real fast that you cannot make things happen, it will work against you. Making things happen is not what we what source is calling for us to do. It's actually calling for us to surrender to the wave of life. And it's the hardest thing to do. The thing is, when you think you're fixing things by making things happen, you're not actually making any progress. You're on a hamster wheel. It's an illusionary hamster wheel. You think you're going somewhere when you're not going anywhere. You're thinking of making progress in life. How many people turn back? They want to turn back the clock, or they gave up the job, or they gave up the relationship because they're like, whoa, something's not right. Well, what if you can go through life not having to do any of that? You don't have to give up all of these things because it clicks somewhat within you sooner. Oh, I don't have to do that. That's not for me. Or I have to approach it differently. So that's what I'm hearing. It's like I'm seeing someone who's at a fork in the road and they're trying to decide which one should I do. And utilizing your intuition, there is a way to approach it best so you make the best decision for you. There is a route that fits you, that is the right way. But it requires you to approach it from the inside out. You have to find more silence, find more quiet, and get back to that. And I would also encourage you to create a mantra for yourself where you say, I trust divine with my whole heart. Just like this tea message says. It says the heart sees deeper than the eye. So your eyes might be saying, I have 3 paths, but your heart is saying you only have one. Okay, let me go ahead and pull some more cards for you guys. So this is from the Tea Leaf Oracle deck. I think that's very fitting. We have Karma. You will reap what you sow. Okay. Crazy. That was on my mind today. I was like, if there's one of my favorite topics, and if I could talk about a topic, any topic with one of my favorite teachers, which is Prashant Trivedi, this is the one I would ask about. Karma. Right now, there's a karmic dynamic that's unfolding. So the Hangman is Pisces. So Pisces is about closing out karmic cycles. Saturn, the karma planet, is in Pisces right now. And it's bringing you through this energy of closing out karmic cycles. Yeah, so they have haystack, which is an interesting metaphor to use for karma. Because in a haystack, it's unknown. You don't know what you're going to find. But from this message, they're saying you will reap what you have sown. So what are you going to find in this unknown territory, in this haystack? You're going to find this karma dynamic shifting. Karma is a stepping stone to higher states of consciousness. Watch my Unlock Karma video. I should make more videos about it, but as I'm going through this experience with all of you, I'm learning a lot too. Okay, let's go ahead and pull some more. Oh, does that want to come out? So, Bull, do not back down from opposition. So show strength and fortitude. Do not back down. So the Bull is so funny. Every time I look at this, I'm like, is that a lion? The Bull is Taurus energy. So Taurus is all about building strength. It's about resilience through hard work and effort and consistency. Do not back down. Yes, you are being faced with opposition in life. This is called karma. This is called karma. Show strength and fortitude. Show strength and fortitude in this experience. It takes strength to move through karma. It takes strength. It takes resilience. It is not easy. You know, these people who are talking about make your life easy. I used to fall for the fairy tale too. And then I was just like, okay, what am I pretending? Like, my life has never been easy. It's been filled with work. You know, everything is work. Whether it's a job you're working at or working under, or it's karma you're working through, it's all work. But life is about and gives you the option to do the right kind of work, to build your spiritual abundance, to build your spiritual strength. This is an option for you. You know, you have the option to see things from a higher perspective and to understand, how does divine see life? And that's, if there's a phase or a question I would prompt you with, it's, what is divine's plan for my life? Or how does divine see my life through their eyes so that I can make better choices? It takes practice to see how they see it, because we have so many human distractions, our emotions and our programming being one of them. Okay, we have here Yang. So this is about right action, proactivity, expression, doing, forward motion. Okay, everything's moving forward. Life is moving forward. It's moving on and it's moving forward. But how you express yourself, how you move forward, what you choose to do is your free will. What are you going to do with this? Body. It's up to you. They're saying that it's up to you to choose right action. Pull a few more cards for you guys. This chakra, the heart chakra, this chakra is located at the center of the chest. Rather than where the heart is, this chakra colors our life with compassion, love, and beauty. Listen to your heart. Follow your heart. They're asking you to simplify it. Is your heart saying, be scared? Be terrified? Struggle working a job or for people you don't believe in? Or is your heart saying, something else is out there and it's calling me? A different way, a different approach is calling my heart. Also, exercise compassion with yourself. There's going to be mistakes. There's going to be falls. You're going to stumble. You need to, right now you're in a place where you're building more compassion for yourself. You're learning how to have compassion for yourself through difficulties and certain trials and experiences. And this is what they want you to invite more, right? With this rose quartz, more love, your heart, love and beauty into your life. Okay, let's see what else wants to come out for you guys. I'm not sure what that noise is in the background. Okay, we have change, child. You are a child of divine. Your life is going through a lot of change right now, significant change. Okay? Change is not easy. It's the hardest thing. When the karmic cycles close out, rapid change starts happening. And you are in it. You're in the wave. You know, so the wave is like building and building and building and building and building, and it's just going and going. That's what's happening. You're riding a wave, and it is massive. It's forceful. And it's taking you in a certain direction. And your job is to balance on the surfboard. Find balance on the surfboard. And have compassion and understanding for what stage, where you're at in life right now. Understand that you're on a wave and you cannot just get off the board because you're going to crash. Right? You have there's actually no other option but to ride the wave. Because the wave it's a continuous wave. It's a spiritual, eternal wave. It's taking you somewhere. And it's not just going to go away. There's going to be a time when this wave takes you to your destination and you get to where you need to go. But right now you have to ride it. It's an intense wave. And then the waves get, right, less intense. Okay, let's go ahead and pull some more cards for you guys. We have here love. Aphrodite, I call to thee to bring true love here to me. Okay, so I think the major message for you, group number 1 for sure, and I love that you guys got number 1, is love. Follow your heart. Let this lead the way, not your mind, okay? Not your eyes, not what you see. Your heart. Let your heart lead the way. True love. And like this child, they want you to trust. They want you to know that, Divine wants you to know that they really, really, really deeply care about you, your welfare, your well-being, your joy, and your happiness. And they are in a space right now where they're trying to get you there, take you there, but it requires you to surrender. It requires you to trust your heart. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and close out your reading. Final advice we have here. Venus. Oh, look. I was picking up like Libra. Vishaka, we have Libra. We have Venus in the 3rd house in Libra. That's perfect. That's the communication. Messages of love. Divine is trying to communicate to you messages of love. Loving messages. And I guess there's maybe some resistance here. They want you to open your heart a little bit more. I would say, so earlier I was talking about mantras. I create a mantra of loving, uplifting divine words that you say to yourself, whether it's anytime you experience some sort of doubt, when you wake up in the morning, when you go to sleep, say this mantra over and over so that you, and it has to include, this is your assignment, it must include love in there. You could even just say, I am love. Okay, let's just go ahead and get your, oh, your message. Oh, he has got a fortune cookie. Open your minds, let your fantasies unwind. Well, we were talking about the heart, but the mind, yes. The heart opens the mind. With an open heart, you can have an open mind. Open heart, open mind. Open mind is like the 3 of Wands right there, and the Fool card. Open your mind. Let your fantasies unwind. I love that. It's kind of taking me to a wave, and it's also taking me to this message of trust that the highest and the best is meant for you. I would say like the highest fantasy dream that we have is things working out for us, you know, being happy. Let that guide you, your vision for your life. I hope you enjoyed that, group number 1. Like, subscribe to support. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, group number 2, welcome to your reading. We're looking into what's the tea on you. This could be spiritual tea, life tea. What's the tea? We just want to know, right? Because we're nosy humans. So after I do your scrying and I pull some cards and maybe roll the Ashes dice, I'm going to go ahead and pull a tea message for you. Okay. Let me just look into it and see if I can pick up anything here. Okay, first thing I'm seeing is a bridge. I'm seeing a bridge. And I'm seeing many different angles. So like it could be like someone's climbing, making a trek of some sort, winding around a certain path. I've gotten this message before, and I'm getting a message about precision. Precision. And this is something that you're building towards. Like you're learning how to get better at this, whatever this is. So this is encouragement from Divine saying that you are improving, you are getting better. And, you know, I'm kind of imagining just kind of how I imagined last time when I was scrying with this. Someone who's sculpting a sculpture and they're learning how to sculpt. better textures, they're learning how to sculpt better lines, but it's taking more, they have to pay attention, and they have to go slower. So the more patient you are, the more you pay attention to details, the more accurate you are. So I think the main message I'm getting here is pay attention, and it will improve. Okay. So whatever it is that you're working on here, just yourself, right? Okay, let's go ahead and pull some cards for you guys. We have 10 of Pentacles with burdens. The reverse is inheritance. We have 6 of Cups with sharing. This is about generosity. So this is about manifestation, abundance. Okay, the sculpture was a really good reference to that then. We have 3 of Pentacles with laziness. The reverse is dedication. And we have 2 of Cups with rejection. The reverse is attraction. Okay, this is about manifestation. Well, let me go ahead and just pick up what I'm picking up. Yeah, so you're learning right now. You're learning how to manifest better. It takes a balanced sort of energy, because I'm seeing sort of a balance beam and a bridge. They're trying to get you to cross. I think the balance beam and bridge, you have to cross over it. The bridge is it's a reference to opportunities and to higher states of consciousness. So you're learning how to manifest in alignment, or manifest more in alignment with your heart. Okay, with this 2 of Cups. You're learning how to manifest with your heart. You're learning how to manifest. Let's see, we got 6 of Cups here. They're needing you to pay attention. So to me, sometimes Pentacles is about being present, right? Paying attention to your action steps and what you're doing and how you're living your life, your routine and your habits. So there's a combination of like emotions and your habits and your earthly life that's kind of fusing together to make you a certain kind of magnet to attract certain experiences into your life. So, first I'm being told to ask you, review what kind of manifestations are coming into your life and how they're coming into your life. Now, I don't want you to think, oh, if things in your life that come into your life that you don't want, then there's something wrong, that you're not manifesting correctly. That's not what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like improvement. I'm seeing that you're getting better at manifesting in alignment with source. We have 2 and we have 6. These are even numbers. So you're learning how to manifest in a way that's like more balanced. And it has to do with the generosity of the flow of your heart, the flow of your energy. I find that very generous people tend to be very good manifestors. And I say, actually, the Cups and the Earth signs are the best manifestors. Now, don't get me wrong, Wands can manifest like no other. They can manifest the absolute success and the peak of anything. But it's usually the water and the earth energy that brings in like that wealth, that abundance, that plethora. And it's consistent and it stays. A really good earthly example would be Oprah. So she is a Capricorn sun and her sun is conjunct Rahu, it explodes it in the 2nd house, Earth house. And she's a moon in Scorpio. So she's an emotional manifester. She's an earthly manifester. So she's about working consistency and putting in the work to build and create an empire. And then she knows what she wants, right? I would say back in the day, I was more into Oprah, like back in the day. But I loved how like generous she was with giving the wealth and giving it to this person and that person and just like wanting to share in these experiences. So if you feel like there's any resistance where you're not generous in your life, that's what they want you to pay attention to. And that's what they want you to work on, is areas where you're more restrictive, you're more tight or tense, and instead allowing yourself to be more generous. Here. The ones who are the best at this, kids. Kids automatically know. They come into this world. So to get back to your message, group number 2, you're in a place where you're learning how to manifest right? So this is about accessing your divine bank account, and you access it through your energy and your efforts. So what kind of action steps you're taking and how you're energetically feeling, how your emotions are finding balance with themselves. It's interesting. These kind of look like dragons, dragon creatures. So I think this also has to do with like magic, tuning into more magic manifestation, understanding that manifestation, we're kind of like pulling things into the world or into this realm with us. We're not just kind of like, it's not just coming out of thin air or whatever. It's coming from somewhere. So to me, these feel like divine manifestations that come from higher realms. Okay, let's go ahead and see what else wants to come through for you guys. Group number 2. Okay, we have here broken ring, parting of the ways in either romance or business. Okay. So these are old contracts that are ending, old agreements. So that's like 7th house contracts, karmic contracts. These are coming to an end. So that means that you've had to walk away, or things have just closed out. Like, could be a job. Maybe you were let go of a job, or you walked away from a job. Now, I gotta say this, it's better to walk away from a job than to be let go from a job, because walking away from a job, I'm drooling all over myself, it's funny. Walking away from a job entails that you are making a conscious choice to choose something different for yourself, versus energetically being let go from a job where it's kind of forcing you out because the energy doesn't match anymore. So there's like an energy mismatch, and old ways and habits are ending here. That's what I'm seeing. Let's see what else wants to come through. With your mice, discord among friends or family. Oh. So the discord can have to do with discordance in you. So this could be like 3 of Swords or the 5 of Swords, because this reminds me of the 3 little mice. So there's discordance, and each of these mice are different, and they have a different opinion or view of doing things. So maybe there is a bit of internal warring within you where there's a bit of discordance. So PT, Prashant Trivedi, has a word called coherence. When we're in coherence with divinity, that means that we're in alignment. We're hearing what they're saying, we're speaking what they're saying, and we're living what they're saying. So there's a bit of discordance. That means that the music doesn't match the dance moves. And I'm going to go ahead and pull some more cards to figure out why that is. I'm curious to know why the music doesn't match the dance moves. Okay, we have your solar plexus and your heart chakra. Solar plexus affirmation. The fire within me burns through all blocks and fears. Okay, so this is going to call for you to step into your courage, right? Step into your strength, step into the light. This is going to call for you to karmically burn away, pure away the samskaras. You're going through a purification process, a fiery one at that. And it's burning away the impurities, impure thoughts. So that's why you might be experiencing some discordance, and it may be more apparent, more conscious, because you're saying, oh, this idea or concept is no longer in alignment with who I am and what I want in life. So there's a bit of discordance. You're hearing that, and they want you to find the coherence, how things are flowing more. The fire within me burns through all blocks and fears. So you're having to face some blockages. So it might feel like there are some pathways that are closed off, intentionally so. You're being closed off, you're being blocked off, because those are not your doors. Those are not your pathways. They are trying to point you towards that door. And it's a purification door. It's a door that calls for you to step into your courage, to be brave, face your fear. So it looks like fear, but it's an illusion. you know, with the bridge that you're crossing. When we raise into higher states of consciousness, it's hard. You don't meditate your way up into higher states of consciousness, okay? This needs to be clarified. You don't meditate your way into higher states of consciousness. You burn your way there. Burn the bridge. You cross the bridge. You cross the bridge where the troll is standing. You know, you're having to face your fear. You're having to face the ogre in you to get to the other side. And this fire is a purification fire, the fire within you, coming from your solar plexus. So this is trying to build in you strength of confidence, strength of self. You having confidence in your own choices and decisions, not needing validation from other people. You need to learn how to entrust that and tune into that inner voice in you. That's the only one you need to listen to that's guiding you in the right place. With your heart chakra, this is the fourth chakra in your body system. The heart chakra gives empathy and compassion. It's responsible for your ability to forgive and accept. It's also the chakra involved in changes and transformations. This chakra integrates complementary forces, bringing together earthly and spiritual aspirations. This is the chakra that governs how you relate to people and how you handle relationships. So there's a lot shifting when it comes to change. There's a lot shifting when it comes to relationships in your life. There's a lot shifting when it comes to compassion, forgiveness. You are in a place where you are being called to forgive. This is the time. You're being called to forgive. And you might have to dig very deep inside of you to do it, because it's not always easy, right? Forgiveness is the hardest. I'm a stubborn person. I don't know. I wouldn't say that I hold grudges, but I guess when I get frustrated, I'm frustrated. And then there's just like this thing in me that's like, no, I'm done with this. And the forgiveness comes in time with like just sort of letting things go and moving on. But yes, forgiveness is the hardest thing. And accepting a situation. You are intentionally going through a difficult situation where you have to learn how to forgive and accept, because they're trying to open up your heart chakra and expand this further. Okay. We'll see what else wants to come through for you guys. Okay, we have here number 6, letting go. So 6 is about harmony, following our heart. Allow the wisdom to remain, but the sting I shall never feel again. Yes, so you know what's really interesting about karmic situations? They all have a different level of difficulty to them. They all have it's a little different. You know, sometimes, yes, patterns to repeat, but it's a little different. So whatever you're going through right now, you're not going to go through it like this ever again. And that's something I think they want you to open yourself to, is understanding that this is a unique time in your life. This is a unique situation. You won't have to go through it again. And it might be difficult, but if you find it within yourself to forgive and accept it, you can move on. You can move on and you can move forward proudly, knowing that you let go. And that's the biggest thing. They're not trying to, you might be going through something very challenging and difficult and thinking to yourself, oh, I'm just going to be like angry or frustrated and, you know, how dare life be this hard? But they're like, if you let it go, when you look back at this, you will love yourself for it. You'll think to yourself, oh, thank goodness I forgave. And how many times is it like, do we see other people struggling with their forgiveness and we're like, oh, just forgive, man. Easier said than done, right? But there are so many times where I look at other people's situation and I just think to myself, I would forgive because I want to move on with my life. But when I'm trying to forgive things in my own life, ooh, it'd be difficult. But I would always tell people, yes, you have to find a way to forgive in yourself, because you don't want to regret missing this moment in your life, and thinking to yourself, wow, I stayed bitter. I stayed angry because I couldn't let it go. It is okay to be disappointed. It is okay for things not to go right. But it will be even more okay if you are willing to forgive. Okay, we have here House 7. Yeah, contracts. Contracts. So you have contracts that are ending in your life, that are no longer resonant with you. And you have different contracts that are opening up here. So that's like the really cool thing about letting go, is it welcomes new experiences and people into our lives. You know, there's an emphasis around relationships. We had House 7, 2 of Cups. And I don't really do too much speaking on relationships, because I actually think that relationships are just a reflection of us. So I'm like, you know, if you're feeling good in life, then yeah, your relationships are going to feel pretty good too. So I don't want to really read from that space of like, yeah, new love is coming in. You do have free will, and really Source's intention when it comes to bringing people into your life is just so that you can grow and expand more and more. And some of those may be challenging, but for the most part, they should be loving experiences. You know, Source is not trying to bring into like toxic people into your life. We're born into those circumstances, but we can consciously choose to break those bonds, those contracts, and sever them, or karmically release them little by little. You can consciously choose to do that. But when it comes to welcoming new relationships into your life, this is just a reflection of where you're at. So I'm like, if you're in a good space, you're working on yourself, then naturally it can happen. You know, it's a natural unfolding. It's a very organic. Relationships are very organic. Okay. And maybe they're also encouraging you to do this deeper inner work around letting go, because they want to welcome those healthier, loving experiences into your life. Okay. So even 4 and 3 adds up to 7. So connection to 7 here. Let's pull. We have here the Lovers. Love, love, love. It's so funny. When I chose the color today, I was like, I want pink, but I was looking at this and I'm like, I like the way this, you know, almost teal like green looks. And then we have this like heart chakra emphasis. Okay. The thing that we crave the most, the thing that we want the most, the thing that we seek the most is love. It's connection, it's partnership, it's being seen by others. And there's like a heavy emphasis around that. So even though this contract might have broke, you know, a relationship perhaps might have ended for you, they want you to know that the thing they want you to get out of this the most is letting go and forgiveness, so that you can open your heart even more to something that's more in alignment with you. You know, and this, if there is a new person or people coming into your life, they are going to mirror you. They are going to mirror your heart, your compassion, your light. You know, we got doves. And when I wrote a song called Cosmic Love, and it was about doves. I might put it at the end of this video. We'll see. It was about doves. Or I used doves in the song, because I feel like there's no, and actually the last group too, they got a dove, and I wasn't even paying attention. There's something about birds here coming through. And I was saying dragons, but yeah, these could be birds too in these. So I'm definitely seeing connection. We have discordance. So if there are people who are going out of your life who are no longer an energetic match, let them go. This is like the easiest thing for me to do, because I was like, you know, relationships are just a lot of responsibility. And I've changed so much over the years, and I'm not really that eager to like meet. I don't mind meeting people, but I'm not really that eager to like make new friends because it's so rare to find people who get me, you know, who I find a lot of people who accept me. I've almost never had a problem with that. Like people always accept me, but I've just never really met people who are like who get it. They're just kind of nodding like okay. And I love that. Like I love how much people are so accepting that come into my life. They're just like, "Oh, you know, you're you. You're just you." Okay. But that's what I see. So I see a loving connection and connections coming into your life, people who mirror you, who match your light, your heart, your energy. And that's what's beautiful. Source wants to know. That's the tea. The tea is that there's people coming into your life that match you. Okay, to close out your reading, we have Venus in Aries in the 5th house. Dang. Big heart. Passionate heart. So something you can do to activate, I was seeing the sculptor sculpt. We got the 5th house of creativity. Something you can do to help live in alignment with your manifestations is create. So the thing I was going to say earlier before I got into my coughing fit is do more things that you love, do more things that are fun, do more things that are enjoyable for you to do. And with that Aries, it's like, what do you want? What do you want to do? Have fun doing those things. So funny, my voice is going out in and out because I'm just like, don't cough. But do more things that you love, that you enjoy, that you're having fun with. And I think it's so important. Like I'm obsessed with creating these videos because I'm like, I need to create. And this is going to also open your heart to generosity too. So share things that you love to do. Share the things you love to create. Share the things that you learn about. I know we might have so much criticism about social media and oversharing, but when it comes to you sharing, wait, let me bring this closer. When it comes to you sharing the things that you love, you should always do it. Things that you love to do, you should share it. Okay. So that's the final advice. I'm going to go ahead and pull a tea message for you, group number 2. I'm going to close my eyes and just feel into it. Oh, there's just a bunch of string. Okay. Master the unknown by knowing your deep self. And this 5th house is all about the self. Who are you? So sometimes in order for us to find those people who really mirror us, we need to go on that self-discovery journey of understanding ourselves. When we were brought up in programming and we were just doing things that other people were doing because they told us we should do it, that is not our true self. That is not our deep self. In order for us to find alignment with people who match us, we have to go on that self-discovery journey, have fun, have an adventure, and most importantly, create things and experiences and memories that you want to create. Learn things. 5th house is also about education. Learn things that you're passionate about. What are you passionate about, man? This will also open up your heart even further because that's the thing that we love to share is our passion. What is your passion? You definitely have a passion, and they are encouraging you to share more of that passion with the world and let people see you. Practice being seen and appreciated. Okay, I'm gonna go. Like, subscribe, choose support. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hey, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. So we have to change this into ASMR because when I start speaking with more force, I start coughing a fit. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and scry with this clear quartz here, and I'm gonna see what I'm picking up. What's the tea on you? I'm gonna pull some cards, roll the dice, and pick out a tea message for you guys. Okay, let's go. What am I seeing? I'm seeing a bit of messiness. Let me be honest. It looks a little chaotic in here. A little confusing. Confusion is what I'm seeing. Yeah. Maybe you feel like your life is a bit chaotic right now. Things are kind of tilting, and I'm hearing wilting because I want to be a poet. Um, yeah, I think there's a bit of, it's like there's a lot of shifting going on, and it's like, what direction are we going? And I'm hearing, even though things look a bit, there's like a fear of the unknown. It's like, even though things look a little topsy-turvy, the thing that they want you to focus on is consciousness. And look up. Don't look around, look up. As in, like, metaphorically, look up to higher sources here. Not to the chaos or the topsy-turvy energy. Yeah, it just seems like really messy in there. It's like a kid who gets a snow globe and they just shake it, and it's just like chaos up in there. That's what I'm seeing. It might feel like that, but there's a reason why things are happening the way that they're happening. Okay, let me go ahead and pull some cards for you guys. So clear quartz is about clearing. It's an amplifier, but this one I always get like a cleansing energy. Okay, let's see what wants to come through for you guys. Okay, we have the moon, we have 9 of swords. Yeah, so fear, the moon, fear of the unknown. Am I psychic or am I psychic? Let me pull one more. Yeah, warning. There's warnings going off inside of you. See, I'm seeing a life house there. You focus on the light. That's your beacon. Look up. Look the dogs. Look what they're doing. They're looking up. Soul purpose. So things might look chaotic, but right now, actually, you're being aligned with your soul purpose. Dang, that's some good tea, right? Soul purpose? What? Oh, too many cards. Okay. We have the Chariot, Page of Cups, 5 of Wands, and King of Wands. Whoa. Okay. Things are moving. They might be moving quick, fast. Mentally, you're like, this is a nightmare. This is too much energy, too fast. And things are just very conflicted with this 5 of Wands. Energy is just clashing. Page of Cups. This is you. They need you to step in with an open mind. They need you to be more curious. Ask yourself, this is interesting. I wonder why it's happening. From a kid's perspective, kids can walk into chaos and be like, interesting. I'm intrigued. They want you to be a little bit more intrigued. And get on your high horse. Willpower. They want you to use your willpower. We got the King of Wands here. The energy's fierce. Energetically, yeah, this is stormy stuff. But it's a lot of unknowns. Like right now, it's just like, what the heck is going on? I can't quite solidify things in my life. I'm trying to like anchor things down. Don't anchor. Let the ship toss and turn. They just need you to look up from the ship into the clouds where you see the sun here. Or the moon, I guess, technically. I don't know, it looks like a sun though. All right. Topsy-turvy. We got ships in this one. I love that. Okay. Yeah. Because you're like, what is going on? Like, one minute I'm here, the next I'm here, and the next thing this is going on. Like, life is just becoming more and more unpredictable. What's going on? They're trying to build you up. King of Wands. And they're trying to build up your confidence, your personal confidence. They need you to focus on your purpose. They need you to focus on what you want to do and who you really are. That's what they want you to do. They want you to go inward, not outward. Here with this Page of Cups. What do I want to do? Who am I? What am I here to do? What am I here to create? That's what they want you to do. Because they're trying to make you, I don't know, it kind of looks like maybe Queen Victoria, I guess. Fierce queen. Looks like a woman because it looks like they're wearing pigtails here. No, I guess it's a guy. Who knows? For some reason, it's just reminding me of a woman. Like Statue of Liberty. Independent. They need you to be independent. They need you to think for yourself. They need you to follow your heart and stop getting distracted by, Yeah, I mean, I'm not really picking up too many distractions around other people. It's just maybe the environment feels distracting, or the energy feels distracting, or the circumstance feels distracting, but you're the star of the show. They need you to come out, to know thyself. Okay, let's see. I feel like I'm about to cough again, so I'm whispering again. Okay, we have target, a goal-oriented person. Okay, they're trying to get you to hit a certain target. I think it's a state of consciousness. They're trying to get you there. Interesting. It's like they're trying to bump you up a level, a significant level, to a high level, but it requires chaos. It feels like chaos. It's like, Eckhart Tolle, he talked about his journey where he would sit on benches because, he's a bit of an Aries, he's moon in Aries. He talked about how he just sort of detached and connected with nature and everything. And this is how he was able to reach into those high states of consciousness. Doesn't sound like a lot of chaos is happening in his life. But technically, when he was in school, there was a lot of internal chaos happening inside of him, like this Knight of Swords. So there might be a lot of internal chaos happening inside of you. That's because they need you to focus. They need you to hit that target. It's about your states of consciousness. Okay? We have here broken wishbone. Wish will not be granted. Yeah, I'm sorry if something did not work out. It wasn't supposed to work out. Okay? It's supposed to close a chapter because they need you to know this ain't for you. They're trying to close out certain karmic cycles. And maybe you had a wish or a desire or preference for something to happen, but it's not for you. It's not for you. So if something did not work out, it wasn't for you. That's not meant for you. They're trying to take you somewhere else here on a different kind of voyage. You thought you were going to land in the Americas. I'm sorry. You're going to Sweden, okay? Right? We're going to Sweden. You thought you were going to land in the Americas? Is that what that guy looks like? Columbus, is that you? Christopher Columbus? Okay. We have here opposition Aquarius. Okay. Ironically, Eckhart Tolle is an Aquarius. Humanitarian energy. Oh, my fire just went out. Never. Okay, I'm hearing Taylor Swift. We're never ever getting back together. Okay? Never. Okay. So I'm hearing a little, what's really cool about chaos is it allows you to be a little bit more wild. When you go into a party and people are just like, or if you go to the club or you go dancing or people are just like, or at a concert, they're just acting kind of wild more than they would in their normal day-to-day life. I'm hearing that they want you to like dig deep for those instincts to bring out, I don't know if you want to call it a primitive nature, but it's your nature, to bring out your true nature to come out. And maybe it's a little wild because you thought you were this little quiet in the corner wallflower, and then it turns out you're not. You are not they're not training you to be a quiet wallflower here. They need you to come out of your shell. They need you to bring out your personality, to bring out yourself, to be more open. This is what they're trying to get you to. And you know what that internal struggle is? It's just like, it's a resistance of the old self and this new self that's trying to come out. The old self just like, no, I just want to like be quiet old me standing by the wall. And Source is like, no, get out of your comfort zone. Like, get out there, be a leader, be seen, speak up. And what's interesting? The people who are the most outspoken are the people who've gone through like a lot of difficult experiences when they were young, a lot of power struggles. Those are the people who like have strong willpower because they went through so many tests. So yes, you might be going through a testy experience right now. And it feels like Source is being, or Divine is divinely intervening to be a troublemaker. And they're doing this on purpose. They want you to, what they're doing is they're trying to elevate you. Okay, the tension is coming from the dark and the lower, right, parts of ourselves that are struggling. They're trying to elevate you. And so there's a power struggle. And what's happening is that your ego is pulling you, is trying to pull you down. It's trying to say, no, 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 no. Continue with your old ways of being. And then the higher self is like, no, 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 no. We got to do better. We got to be more. We got to be bigger. Okay. We have to be more authentic, more true, more real. And the ego self is like, no, 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 no. You need to be like everybody else. You need to assimilate. You need to make sense. You need to be logical. But divine is like, no, no, no. It's not going to make sense. This is a bit chaotic. This is telling you to surrender to the waves. Here. So they're giving you a lot of divine downloads right now in your life. And some of these divine downloads and this energy is conflicting with your old self, right? And there's a bit of a power struggle that's coming to head right now. And what they want you to do is to find out how to balance the energy inside of you. So really the chaos is happening inside. You need to go inside to find it in yourself, find it in your spirit to know what is your true voice. And there's a voice inside of you that's saying, I will brave the storm. I dare you, storm. Come at me. Just like in the Count of Monte Cristo. I forgot what the quote was. Come at me, storm. I can handle you. Yeah. They want you to brave it. This is no easy. Yeah, this is not easy. It's supposed to be tense. It's supposed to be difficult. That's what they're saying. Okay, let me go ahead and pull some more cards for you guys. Hopefully my phone still has some memory. I'll check it. Oh, okay, we got trust and we have here courage. Yes, my dear. You need to be brave. You need to be courageous. By shining brave and true and bright, my courage now returns this night. Yeah. We have read number 31, trust. I am safe. I am secure. In love, I trust. My faith endures. Yes, trust the chaos that's unfolding in your life. You know, sometimes people are like, oh, you know, things will be great. When I'm like, no, sometimes life be chaotic. Like, sometimes you just need to ride those chaotic waves. Okay? Sometimes you just gotta be like, it's going to be chaos today, okay? And you can't do anything about it. You can't fight chaos. You can't fight chaos. You can find some practices. You can meditate. You can journal. But don't fight with resistance. Fight with your spirit. Don't fight with your ego. Fight with your spirit. Don't say, I'm right, you're wrong. Fight with your spirit that's trying to uplift you and tell you how much you're learning from this experience right now and how much you're gaining and how much you're benefiting from this growth right now. Lean in with that. Okay. It's a bit chaotic, but that's okay. We have the solar plexus. This is the third chakra in your body system. It is associated with empowerment or weakness of the ego. This chakra has influence on your preoccupations about your self-image and social status. This chakra brings solar light encoded energies into your body, activating the nerves that radiate in the pit of your stomach. Okay, solar light. You are being downloaded here with an inundated and integrating higher energies, higher thought. Sacral chakra affirmations. I follow my creativity to flow through me freely. Okay. There we go. Confirmation. You are in a space where you're being empowered. Guys, how are we downloaded with empowerment? You got to feel disempowered. Pretty much every human feels disempowered. That is how you learn what empowerment is. You have to go through it. You have to learn how to experience it. So if you're in an experience where you feel disempowered and you feel weak and you feel like, why can't things just be perfect and organized and the way I want it? And that's because it's not supposed to. That's not how you learn empowerment. That's not how you learn how to discern ego from true self. Some part of you wants this image. And they're like, shatter it, man. Shatter that image, because we need these illusions to fall away so you know who you really are. Whatever your status was, forget it. You know how many people I know who will not break up with their partners because they're afraid of what other people are going to think. People who would not follow their truth path because they're afraid of what other people think. People who follow a path because they care about what other people will think. I'm like, for me, never. I am not going to let the world dictate what I do with my life. I refuse. My parents are like, you're stubborn, but we got respect for you. They're like, what are you doing with your life? And sometimes they'll be comparing me to other people. Oh, look what this so-and-so is doing in their life. And I'm like, I don't care, because I play the long game. I play the source game, the divine game. I'm not playing the Matrix game. I'm going to live a life of fulfillment today. I'm not going to wait till my 50s or 60s to think maybe I should try to figure it out now. No. It's going to be figured out now, today. I'd rather start now than later. I do not want to look back at my life and regret what I did. We have jurisdiction 30. Okay. This is hilarious. I was in court yesterday, and it ended up fine. It's fine. It's not going to be on my record. It's so funny. When I was in the room, I was just like, and I was looking at the people around me, I was like, I feel one with these people. Like, I feel like we all just like, we were all there to see the judge. And I was just like, I feel like we're all just, it's us against the system, man. I feel like today, these are my people. It was hilarious. But it ended up being fine. An okay, good result experience. Okay. This is divine intervention. This is law and order. Law and order. How does the universe truly work? We have this crest behind, right? A crest of nobility. You belong to divine. You are their child. And they rule over your life. Not they, but the multiple universe. The universe does everything in perfect balance. So when we are going through difficult experiences, it's not to offend us or hurt us or put us down. It's to help us to grow. It's to help us get out of the system. It's to put things in balance. Carolyn Miss says this about religion. She says religion is politics. God is law and order. Law and order. And by the decree of divine and God, God says, love thyself. And follow alignment of source so that you can live a harmonious life. You don't have to continue to struggle. We are going to go through upheavals, ups and downs, and certain experiences, but they only make us stronger. So think and remind yourself, I'm going to be a badass going through this experience because of how strong and resilient I'm being right now. And if I got to be strong, I got to be strong. If I got to cry, I'm going to cry it out, and then I'm going to get back up and I'm going to keep going. And that's kind of my mentality. I have a good cry every once in a while. I'm like, I need to feel sorry for myself. I don't need to feel sorry for myself. It's just sometimes I want to, right? And then I'm like, I'm done. Let's get back to work. Okay, let's close out this reading for you, group number 3. We have Uranus, Libra in the second house. Okay, so Uranus is about radical change and shifts. This is about higher thought. That's the Aquarius energy that came out earlier. So you're being downloaded and integrated with higher thought and ideas that are here to help harmonize you. This is changing and shifting your values, the things that you value. That's important to you, the way that you move on a day-to-day basis, and whatever your habits are. Your habits are totally shifting. Uranus is currently in Taurus right now. So I'm sure you're going through a lot of shifts with your day-to-day habits. These need to shift so that you can find more harmony. So whenever the planets shift into different signs, they're there to elevate us into different states, right? There are specific lessons that are being activated. There's certain lessons that need to be learned. Right now, we're going through huge lessons around our habits. And this is going to be for a while because Uranus makes its trek through each zodiac sign for quite a period of time. So you're going to be learning this lesson. So continue to work on those day-to-day habits. Uranus is also about those thought patterns. Right? So right now, a lot of us are integrating a lot of interesting, insightful, new thought patterns around how we can improve our life here on Earth, the new Earth, and how to create harmony here on the new Earth. And a lot of us are being told, we don't need these jobs. We don't need to do this. We don't need these certain kind of relationship dynamics anymore. These are outdated. We don't need these habits. Here, what's going to help your garden to flourish and to grow is bringing more harmony and welcoming and inviting these new insights and ideas that help to inspire you to approach life feeling more rejuvenated, more clear-headed here. So to me, this is contract here. There's a contract that's activating. Source is trying to activate for you. It's called the New Earth Contract. It's the New Earth Contract, my dear. Okay, let's go ahead and pull a message for you guys. Okay. The essence of life is to communicate love. Oh, you know what? That's exactly what this is. The essence of life is to communicate love. So it's crazy they're giving us that message because that's exactly what Uranus governs: communication, Libra, communication, and the second house is your mouth. Libra is also about love. The essence of life is to communicate love. So when it comes to your thought patterns and how you're communicating, it's important. This is the hardest thing. It is important for you to speak higher thought. Do not speak lower thought. Do not speak, I'm not going to say do not work on it. When you feel the urge to communicate negative messages to yourself and other people, just know that that is your programming coming out of you. That is a reflection of you and your programming. Don't say, oh, they made me say this, but you said it. And you have to think about that. Is that a reflection of divine? Well, then you need to work on that. Rewiring some things inside of you. Okay. Yeah, the judge is being firm with you. He's saying, live by law in order to do the right thing. When I was in front of the judge, he wasn't playing any games. He wasn't there to punish anyone. He was just like, okay, these are the consequences. What are you going to do? What are these your options? What are you interested in? He was interested in asking people, what are you interested in? What would you like to do? So, if you educated yourself, you did some research, then maybe you were prepared. You thought about it, then maybe you were more prepared. And you went in with a certainty of like, okay, this is what I'm going to do and how I'm going to approach it. Okay. So divine is speaking to you and they're giving you the information and they're telling you how to do better in life. They are surrounding you with messages from people, signs and signals and symbols. And it's up to you to decide if you want to do the right thing, right? The right thing that your heart is calling you towards. But more importantly, please communicate uplifting, loving messages to yourself. Uplift your spirit, keep your spirit uplifted, and focus on the path of truth and doing what's right for you. Like, subscribe to support group number 3. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Purple is the shade of infinite love, sweet as a dove, woman for real of a hill lies. The finest tapestries are made of woven mysteries. It's the perfect destiny, entwined with the threads of life, a perfect complement to your strife. Husbands, please cherish your wives. Mutual love enhances both your lives. Go to the water first, a sacred mirror that will quench a bottomless, endless thirst. No need to rush. Divine, please lead me to sent from above. I pray